So haircut is done. Wish this wouldn't follow my face all the time, but haircut is done. Looking fresh. We're looking fresh. I feel a bit more normal because I've actually got some hair on this side now. I am having a can of Monster, obviously white because it's the best flavour. Today's leg day. I've got a good bit of work to get done beforehand. I'm also going to the dentist today. I booked in for a private dental appointment, so I'm not going to record that because it's weird, but I'm going to go to the dentist. Today is my last session in the UK, so I'm in for my second leg day of the week, which I will record for you guys so you can see it. And then tomorrow I have a very early flight from Edinburgh, which is not ideal. I booked my hotel and all that for next week, and there was a flight showing from Glasgow to Palma. And then when I went to book the flight, I guess it must have been one seat left and it was taken. So I was like, shit, because I've got my car to pick up, I've got the check-in date, etc. I thought, well, now I need to get a flight, because some of the other ones were like 2 stopovers, like a stop off in France with like a 10-hour wait and all this shit. I thought, I'm not doing that. So thankfully I managed to get one in Edinburgh, but it's still a bit of a pain in the ass because I need to get up crack of dawn tomorrow and drive through to Edinburgh and get the plane from there. But that's what it is. And then we're off to Mallorca. So you can see me working out in Mallorca, training in Mallorca, eating in Mallorca, which is cool. And then I have 2 weeks there and I'm back to Abu Dhabi. But I feel good. I'm feeling bigger already. I think the creatine, the food, tracking food, the high protein, all the steroids that I'm taking, just kidding. But certainly the food, the training, the protein definitely help. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling much better than I did at the start of the week because I felt like a little bitch at the start of the week. And now I feel like slightly less of a bitch. None of my clothes fit me still, but fuck it. So standard breakfast going down before our next call. A wee bit of ketchup there. Chicken sausages, 6 times chicken sausages, 46 grams of protein, 622 calories. So this will be the first meal of the day. I think I'm having steaks again for dinner. I know it's super boring, right? But genuinely see if you can just remove as much decision making from your food as possible. Pick a few things that you enjoy having them and just eat very much the same stuff every single day. Whether you're going through a weight loss phase or a gaining phase, or if you're switching from a gaining phase to a weight loss phase, it makes it so much easier because you can just eat the same things and just eat slightly less of them to then reduce calories, or eat more of them to then increase calories. You don't have this huge thought process about, right, what am I going to have for this? What am I going to have for this? How much time is it going to take me to prep these meals for this next run of shifts or whatever? Just stick to the most basic shit. Even these chicken sausages, I used to cook these the night before work, and then I would just bring them to work with me, stick them in the microwave, bring a couple of fresh rolls. It's so fucking easy. It's so easy. So don't overcomplicate it. So we're just about to head into the gym. I'll go through today's workout with you and tell you what I'm actually going to be able to do or not. So obviously my coach is arranging some of the workouts differently as of next week, just with a shoulder, because there's certain things that I just can't do. So we have abductor machine, 3 sets, 10 to 12. I'll probably not film that because it's boring as fuck. Leg press, 3 sets, 10 to 12. I've then got an incline press, but obviously I can't do incline presses at the moment. I've then got a barbell row. So I'll be going straight on to barbell row. I'm not sure how the barbell row is going to be, but I think I'll try it, and I think I'll probably just go quite light on it today and just see how it feels. Again, this is basically what this week's for, just to kind of reintroduce everything and see how it's feeling while I'm in there. And then I have cable flies, basically any sort of chest fly. I've then got single arm cable curls and leg press, toe press for the calves. So I'm going to jump in just now and get this workout done. It's very annoying though. I love fucking incline press. I think one of the things I'm thinking about starting to do, right, I feel like all of this is stemming from a neck issue. This is what I feel, right? Because I had this thing years ago when I was in the police, and I got wry neck. This was after one of the lockdowns. I went back to the gym, was doing overhead press, probably went a little bit too heavy. Anytime I go too heavy after taking long periods of not training, I snap some shit up. So I was going to say lesson learned, but it's not, because I've done the same thing 5 weeks ago. So I think from that I got wry neck right in my neck. You can look it up if you want. My neck basically got stuck like this, and this right side of my neck, it all seems to be like attached to this point. So see, when I like push into this side of my neck, I can feel the pain traveling down into the bit under my kind of rotator cuff, into the front delt, the bit that's sore just now. So I feel like it's all coming from this. So the one thing that I might start to do is actually introduce neck training, like specific neck training. So again, like front raises, the kind of side to side neck training. And I think that might help. I feel like it might help because I've never really done a huge amount of, apart from when I used to do like Thai boxing and we did some MMA, I was still terrible at jiu-jitsu, but Thai boxing I was very good. So we used to do some neck training there, mainly as like part of warm-ups and stuff. So I feel like I'm going to just start incorporating that because I feel like my neck has definitely lost size since I stopped training it directly. So I might do that and obviously just kind of document this as I'm going through as well. But I don't want like a weird, I feel like my neck's quite kind of big anyway. I don't want like a big fucking weird fat neck because it just looks weird. We're all going for aesthetics, not just being a big mutant. But I think in terms of other movements, it will definitely help if I can develop some more strength and even just some more flexibility in my neck. If I'm strength training and I'm stretching and contracting, I think that might help. So I'll potentially introduce some of this stuff. Obviously, I'm just not sure where I'm going to be for the next few weeks. I would buy a head brace with the chain on it. But again, it's just a pain in the dick to fucking travel with this stuff. So I'll wait and see. But I think I'm probably going to start introducing that because that was when I was pushing in this side of my neck today because it was a bit tight. I felt the pain run down under my shoulder blade and into this front delt as well. So it must be linked. There must be some kind of link there. So I'm going to just try and kind of fix that and rehab it myself, mainly with kind of self-massage stuff for now. And I think maybe next week when I'm training, I will start to introduce some neck training as well. Maybe even just with resistance bands instead of actually buying this fucking headgear. Because my old gym used to have the headgear, so you could just put it on. It then had the machine that you sat in with the thing here and you just pushed your neck against it. So that was good. So probably without even knowing it, I was training my neck and strength training my neck, and then I've stopped doing that and the muscles have kind of atrophied slightly, which has maybe led to this. So who knows, but maybe the shoulder injury is a blessing in disguise because then I can fix my neck and actually go back to overhead press, because I've not been able to do overhead press properly since that incident, since the Rye neck incident, which was like 2020, maybe 2021. So it's been a long time since I've done a barbell overhead press because of that neck issue. Anyway, I'll stop talking shite. Let's go and smash the tits off this workout. physique update. That was after the kind of full body session. So we're not looking too bad. I've definitely improved a lot this week, even since just getting back, but obviously go to Mallorca tomorrow. Nothing changes. Training will be on point, food will be on point, because it's time to get fucking massive again.